Welcome to Peterdominic Salon and Spa. We're here to demonstrate a fade haircut, and Ben here is going to get his beard blended into his sides, and we're going to do something cool in the front, kind of a neo part, but not really. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the sides. So we're going to take from the sideburn up. The biggest mistake people make with the clipper is they put too much pressure on the side of the head. You're supposed to hold the clipper in the hand kind of like very, very softly, and it's supposed to go all the way up until there's no more hair left. And it's always safer to stay on the longer side and then go shorter, because you cannot put it back, as they say. So I'm just going to start from around the ear, also from the back, and connect to the side. Should be like a jet airplane taking off. A lot of people like this really quick move, but there's no need for it. Do your section, move on. Do your section and move on. As you know, time is money in this business. So we keep on going around the head. Nice blended. The less work you have to do with the scissors, the better off you are. So this technique is going to help you blend the top and the sides together. See how there's not really that much work to do? There's not that much blending to do. You could almost do it with this right here. So this is a cut I learned when I was 14 years old. This is what my father started teaching me a long time ago, and this is what we had to use in competition. So one step at a time. I have a one clip on with it open, so that means it's a longer setting. And from here, we're just going to close it all together and keep on going. Another hard thing that I see that stylists aren't used to is moving the person's ear. They're very mobile, they're very, movable. And if you take one down, they got another one. So it's all good. So as you see, all the way around the head, we've done the same on one side as the other. So we're going to go back and start from where we started originally. We're going to close the blade up and then keep on going. Nice and tight around the ear. I like to tilt my clipper. Get it nice and tight. Like I said before, the more work you can get done with your clipper, the less work you'll have to do with your scissors. So you see as you move around the head, you come around, you do the same thing. See how it's starting to blend up nice? Okay, from here we're going to go take the clip off and keep it open. Keep it nice and open to get towards the bottom. As you see in the back here, there's some light spots and there's some dark spots. See, there's the light spot here, a dark spot here, a light spot here. What we have to do is make sure that everything is even. So if it's light like that on one side, it has to be light like that on the other. Now doing that, you have to stay away from the light pieces, the light sides. Like on Ben's right side, if I'm standing in back of him, it's not as strong as their left, meaning that there's more hair on the left than there is on the right. So I'm going to avoid his left side and just concentrate on the right to make everything nice and equal. Still nice and close around the ears. But we're going to get towards the beard. So what we're going to do is we're going to tip your clipper kind of like on its teeth, and so you can easily blend in the beard with the sides. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this, you're going to do over a scissor over comb, or like a clipper over comb, and have it nicely be blended. Now this technique right here with the comb would save any hairstylist life. Picks up the hair nice, it shows you where you have to cut, your hand is very light. A lot of stylists grip it like a sword, and what happens is you can't get the hair to actually go through the comb. This way, the lighter you are, the comb goes right through it. Hair goes right through the comb. Nice. Again, we're going to do to this side what we did on the app. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is bring it half closed to work on the fade behind here. See, what I'm showing you here is, see how it's all starting to blend together? This side was a little lighter, so we're going to concentrate on the middle a little bit. Very, very light-handed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to close it up all the way. This is, we're just going to get the very bottom nice and blended. And adjust. If you find some spots that need to be cut, just adjust your blade accordingly. And this is what we call polishing. Polishing is very, very important. It's just going over your work to making sure everything is done correct and making sure your work is double checked. I think that which makes you above the rest. So right now we're going to follow through with the trimmer. So again, his ears, all you have to do is move them. They can be moved, they can be bent, they can be moved. They'll tell you if it hurts, trust me. So with the corner of the trimmer, I'm gonna do, again, as much work as I can without using my scissors. That's what they're made for. So I'm gonna make it really, really nice and clean around the ears because that's very, very important. Now, as good as this haircut may be, the internal haircut could be priceless, it could be flawless, it could be, you know, the best of the best. But if your lines aren't clean, that's it. This haircut is worth nothing. Because people, unfortunately, don't know what's inside. They just see the lines. So if your lines aren't perfect, then the haircut is ruined. I'm going to be doing the same thing on this side. Being mindful of the ear. take all the back here up, make sure everything is nice and even. All right, so since we only have a couple minutes left, I'm going to do some blending. That same technique I showed you with the comb. But this time we're going to keep it very, very even. The key to a good scissor over comb is they both have to be in unison. If they're not, in trouble. It's just like the machine, but both hands have to work together. So I'm going to carry this all the way through so it's nice and blended. Can you please take that camera and work around? So what I'm doing right now is I am pretty much just blending in our line that we created, our little shadow, I call it, not really a line. Because of our time restriction, I'm going to be going into his head like this, blending in all the imperfections that I see. Normally you would see a little more, I would do a little more razor cutting on top here. Because of our time restriction, I spent a lot of time on the fade, which is a very, very important thing to concentrate on because a lot of guys get it done. Same thing on the beard is what you would do on the hair. You're just trying to blend it, make that little, everything from light to dark. Your cut has to be balanced. So we're looking for balance, but a messy balance. So in our style, I I want to see a lot of texture, but I still want to see balance. So what I'm using now is a wax paste from KMS. And what I'm doing is going inside. Kind of want to see a messier, off to the side look. So we're going to finish off with some hairspray. Now I kind of like the pull and twist technique myself. It kind of gives some, you know, messiness, but the clear cut is there, so it's like a messy chaos with balance and order, if that makes any sense. See how it's balanced still? But spells lady killer, ladies and gentlemen. Lady killer. Look at this guy. Beautiful. Looking good, my man. So that's our faded, off to the side, neo part. Thank you for your time. Welcome to Peter Dominic's Salon and Spa, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Take care.